Welcome back. This is Pineleaf News for episode 8 of Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master. Where the first thing I need to do is to talk to Alti Spiderbane here.
What do you need?
I cannot believe it! Bali, gone? He must be avenged! And his journal tells of what is behind this, a spider queen from the Blue Mountains. She and her brood must have followed me from Thorn's Hall. What? They are stalking him? No, yes, you can actually read the various pages of the journal. I wonder what page 5 says, since that's the last one he wrote before he died. There is no doubt these spiders and their queen are here for Atli Spiderbane. They seek to use me to bait Alti, but I will not give them that leverage. My axe will drink of their blood. Ere the night is through, I will not. Yeah, apparently you will. By the time I finish this area, I'm probably going to have full bags here. If you have only a low number of bags, you'll probably have to dump off things earlier, but you wouldn't have them half filled with promotional items either, most likely. Know this, even if I am slain, there will never leave this place. She will be found. She has found easy prey here. We must destroy her, or Archet shall become a new abode for the queen and her spawn. So I will get close to shoulder pads since they are worth.
Come and stay a moment.
Well, not as bad as some shoulder pads I've seen. That's almost presentable. Most shoulder pads I've seen make you look more like an American football player than anything else. Let's see, the Spider Queen is Ironaith by name, and her ways are known to me. She lay hidden herself in Springley's house and blocked all the entrances, save one. If you search for the tunnels below the house, I'll wager you will find a hidden passage leading to the lair. I think I found that hidden passage before. Wild creature must be slain. Yes, I know, you regret that you're not able to help in this, but you have no qualms about sending me in your stead. Because this is an MMO, and in an MMO it's all about sending the poor player to do the deeds that for some reason you refuse to do yourself. Oh, yes, Love-Weight Gift. It is just a repeat of most of this, except for these potions of restoration, which removes all disease, wound, fear, and poison effects on the target. Here we have the food here, 5-minute duration. I'll probably use that just before going in. It's tier 1 food, so it's not like it needs to be saved. Some people's their solution to that is just to get rid of it. And I meant by throwing it into the bucket. Alright, let's see. I thought there'd be an ambusher there somewhere. they're not going to survive very long now that I'm level 8. Now, oh, okay, maybe... Resummon bear. Get bear to level 8. Now go in, now that I'm in here. Get my speed bonus here. Might as well use up the food. I've had too many times where I've just waited forever before using it, and of course all I do is the food gets vendored because I've got something else to replace it later on. Oops! Surprise! Alright. I get an entire committee to come after me now. You see that the bear changed targets as soon as I started attacking, and that's because that's the disadvantage of the assist mode, is that he will change targets. The advantage is that he will go into combat as soon as I attack. Disadvantage is whenever I change targets, he changes targets also, which... So it does help us to concentrate on a single foe. So you can call that an advantage, but the disadvantage is you can't have him tank one while I fight the other, and yes, every spider in the world seems to insist on joining this little party as we go along. Well, okay, not every little spider, since you have all these baby ones that are not aggressive. Oops! That's what this is for. Of course, at level 17, I had to decide whether I want to keep the bear or replace the bear with an eagle. Feels strange having to decide that at level 17. Oh, here's the spider here. Now this is a signature, a level 9 signature. A little bit tougher than some of the... Well, I did say little bit, as opposed to a whole lot bit. Back in the past, that used to be an elite, and going in at level 8 was generally not a good idea unless you had a friend or two with you. So it's a challenge sometimes at level 9, seeing whether or not I could do it or waiting till level 10. By the time you're level 11, you could probably... It was an easy enough solo. And I'm sure the top players had no trouble doing it level 9, but actually, probably let's just go out the way. Oh, I forgot about this trapper here. And this is all going to get me up to level 9, it looks like. And we are out of here. Now let's see whether I get to arch it first or if I get to level 9 first. So we've got these crazy ambushers here that are going to insist on dying for the cause of me getting experience points. I know there's an ambusher here somewhere. Well, the problem is, of course, that the ambushers, as the name implies, they're well hidden. Ambush predators don't last very long if they don't know how to hide. Right. Otley.
What do you need?
Many seas did the dread weaver sow through our mountains. Because of you, another of those seas has passed from the world. I owe you a great debt for Ireland's death and for my life. Accept this reward, and with it, the friendship of Atli Spiderbane. And here we have a new hat, which not only has almost 4 times as much armor, but also has some a vitality bonus. Level 9. And that looks plain dorky. Fortunately, we do have the cosmetic system. And while I've gone a great deal without hats in the past, I wonder if this thing can be dyed gray. I wonder how it looks in gray. I hope you noticed a difference, because I certainly didn't notice one. Probably some highlights in there if you look really, really closely. Alright, so now if I change this to orange, that'll make it obvious. Oh yeah, it does make a difference, but it's just that gray's too subtle to show up all that well in that one. Alright. Yeah, because right now it looks like more of an umber color. I'm probably not going to keep the shoulder showing though. It's more of a guard look to me than a lore master look. Now we have a couple minutes here, so I might as well show you the bit with the... well, that's the other lore master. Fluffy. Right. Well, at least Fluffy's not a 3-headed dog. Oh yes, level 9. before I go questing, though, what I want to show you... Well, I'm not going to go questing anymore today since I hit a new level. But I will want to show you what's in the Journeyman Writing package. Now Alright. It immediately consumed the writing trait. So now I've got the passive skill writing. That means I can now use any horse I want. So the horse whistle is now rather obsolete. Now that's one of the reasons why I'm doing many of these early episodes in the same day, and the other one is because to avoid getting the experience bonus that you get as VIP. In later levels, I'll want the experience bonus and make sure I do them all on different days. In the early levels, I'm trying to avoid leveling too fast. And that's sort of a little bit of a conflict you have there. But now I have these other traits. Apprentice writing, which can give me a... All my mounts are now at plus 68. And then Journeyman writing, I can now bring it up to 78%. So now I not only have a mount, but it can be pretty fast. So I could start putting a mount up here. And I can actually select a mount. And mounts are all put up here. I have a choice between a goat and a brie horse, but I've got a few mounts here in these promotional items here. Steed of the Hammer Hand. Which one is this? Alright. The Cremelo horse, the green clad horse, the Perlino horse, the red clad horse of the Gap, white clad horse of the Gap, and there are a few more of them that are hidden inside the various packages here. Now, of course, I would want a grayish horse, and none of these really... Let's try the Perlinos. I think the Perlino would be... Well, I think it's close enough for now. There is a nice gray horse that you get at the end of the Volume 1 Epic, which I think will be really nicer. And there's also another one that's tied to Meta Deeds. Right, but I think this is probably my best bet for now. You can also click them on here in order to get them, because this just looks... Let me show you what this one looks like. That looks... maybe for a parade, but I cannot really see running into the countryside on a thing like that. I just don't see it at all. Now the Cremelo steed... Okay. That one has the red there. These are based on... That's based on the same theme. Or is that the one? And the Perlino then shows blue there instead. So that's why I'm using... I think the blue works better with my... Now the Brie horse... For many of my characters use this one is nice for many of them. It used to be limited to a very, very slow rate, but with the Journeyman Writing trait, it pops to a nice speed. I usually use it to match the hair of my various characters or something like that, but I'm more of a gray hair a little bit here, so that makes it different there. Now let's do the Hammer Hand. Yeah, way too busy. So I think I got the choice of the horses done. I might find something more useful in one of these packages here, but that'll be it for today. So now I'm set up with my mount, and I could wave bye-bye to the whistle when it actually, I might as well just destroy it now, even though it has a few hours left in it. It's not going to do me any good except take up space. But if you are going to be in a situation where you're going to have to buy the riding trait, then I would suggest keeping that whistle as long as possible until you've earned your traits that you need. And of course, in a place like Archet, you really don't need a horse all that much. I mean, if you've got one, fine, but you don't have to start using that whistle right away if you want to delay buying the horse riding trait for a little while. But that ends today's episode for episode 8, and tune in next time for episode 9 of Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master, where I will finally collect this toolbox and be able to head on my way to Combe, where I can continue with the epic and to see about that horse, see about crafting, see about maybe finding a vault somewhere, see about all sorts of things that is probably going to take a few episodes in order to do. Until then, this is Pineleaf Needles from Marchit. Oh wait, what just came in here? Buy the writing skill to gain access to permanent oh, because it saw that my horse whistle disappeared. And because my horse whistle disappeared, it told me, if you want permanent writing skill. It didn't see that I got the writing skill first. That's how dumb the store AI can be. And tune in next time for episode 9 of Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master.